Hello friends and welcome back to my channel. I'm Chelsea, you know that, I know that, and it's your favorite time of the month. It's time for our monthly Mikayla Nogueira video.
Videos, I don't use filters, right?
Realistically, we have not done one in like 2 months or like 3 months. I don't know. Who knows? Not me. Listen, I film, I send it over to the editors, and then by the time I get it back from them, I'm like, what video? I don't remember. However, we need to talk about Mikayla doing what? Filtering, of course. Come on. Now, I've been thinking for a long time that Mikayla isn't just using normal video filtering. It has to be some type of more advanced like AI filtering that would be more intelligent. Because yes, we still catch her filtering at times. However, for her to be like so consistent with it and for it to be on like every single video, it has to be something that she, at least in my opinion, I don't know this to be a fact, but it would have to be something that she would be running these, like her already edited videos through and then posting them. But anyways, so the most recent conservatory is at the beginning of last month. Mikayla posted a get ready with me video, as she does, completely normal, right? Well, that video on TikTok had the little AI generated label on it. Now she's applying makeup and appears heavily filtered to, you know, me and anyone else who knows how filters work. However, much to the surprise of many, TikTok did add the label. She did not add it. That is one that TikTok would add, AI generated, to her post. Now, before we dive down this rabbit hole, it's important to note the difference between regular filters and AI generated filters. So per artsmart.ai, unlike traditional filters that apply a universal effect, AI filters customize each photo or video by analyzing elements such as facial features, lighting, and composition. And that allows for more precise and natural looking results. So now let's go ahead and watch this TikTok that was the AI filtered one.
My husband is so thoughtful. He's taking me on the sweetest date I've probably ever heard. Every weekend, me and Cody go on a date, and it's different every time, and I'm like, he's gonna run out of ideas. The thing I told Cody is that I want to be more active. I want to go on more active dates. Basically, he noticed that I always point out people who ride bikes and express that I wish I had a bike. So today, Cody is literally taking me to buy a bike. Then we're gonna make a healthy picnic lunch, bike around our neighborhood, find a cute spot on the grass, and have a picnic. Like, are you fucking... That's some shit out of a movie. I feel like I'm gonna be a kid in a candy store in this bike shop. Like, I don't have a bike, so I'm so excited to pick mine. In terms of the actual bike, I would love a pink, blue, or purple bike. I would even do like a cute white and beige one. Here's where it gets a little tricky. This is my dream. Like, this is so sick. I'm probably not going to be able to find something like this, but if I can, oh my God.
So it is interesting that none of her top comments mention the phrases filtered or AI generated. And is that because her audience doesn't care? Is that because they don't see it? Or is that because she has filtered those words? You would think that she would have like already done that years ago. So I am not sure. Now that was a super smooth transition. I have not seen you in so long. It's Uncle Reggie. I don't know if you could tell because my mullet's growing out. There's something else you probably don't know either, and that is that the internet is trying to get inside your brain and tell you what to think, and that's not okay. But more than half of Americans are getting their information, their news, from the social medias. According to that Reuters Institute, people no longer trust institutions, they trust personalities. Well, I'm a personality, and I trust ground news. But listen, I get it. The institutions have failed us in so many ways. But instead of just wanting them to do better, what do? Turn to that Joe Rogan fella? Just look at these headlines. His 2024 interview with Donald Trump was literally credited for winning him that their election. People have no idea they're being influenced when they think they're being informed. Now that's why Ground News is my go-to platform for the news, to be able to compare these stories, the headlines, the truth, the biases, the fact check. And why I love that Chelsea put them on their channel. She got me set up with that Vantage plan. And let me tell you one more thing. I just, nothing.
Get back under the desk.
Okay, I'm sorry. Think about what I said. Think about it. I'm so sorry, guys. He told you about Ground News? Okay, I guess I'll at least just keep telling you about it. I don't know. So Ground News has obviously helped me with that guy, clearly, but I definitely do love knowing where information that I'm reading is coming from. I always say consider the source, and obviously I do mean that, not literally sometimes. I do be hyperbolic. But obviously, I mean that literally too. If you don't know where your information is coming from and just believe it willy-nilly and not understand biases and things like that, and who's profiting and benefiting from you believing certain information, you're just going to end up looking silly. And I don't want that for you. I want you to be educated and know all sides of everything, okay? Even if you don't agree with it. Ground News was founded by a female former NASA engineer who saw a much bigger problem here on Earth instead of focusing on, whatever is going on in space or aliens or something like that. And so the only app out there helping you think for yourself and see all sides, gathering articles from thousands of sources around the world, organizing them by story, and then analyzing the political lean, credibility, and even those financial incentives, like I just mentioned, behind each perspective. Y'all know I love when you think critically and logically and all that. You can be silly and goofy too, but when it comes to taking in information, that's obviously more important, okay? Follow your favorite topics, even check out their blind spot feed so you can see, hey, maybe I'm missing a key factor of this topic, of this story. So make sure you go to ground.news/cc or click the link in my description box to sign up for the plan that I use every day and the one that I got Uncle Reggie started with too. And you'll save 40% on their Vantage plan. Like I said, that's the one I use, and that is ground.news/cc. And that knocks down the cost to just $5 a month. Thank you, Ground News, for being a continued sponsor of my channel. Thank you to you guys for continuing to support my sponsors. And now back to the video. Now, a lot of people have said, well, maybe it's if she, enhanced the video through like a different editing software, like not something that has to do with filtering, or maybe because she used like the green screen thing. But there are so many other types of videos and content put out on TikTok that, it uses a green screen, or it, is basically the same kind of video that she just posted, but it doesn't have that label. So let's go over what that label actually means on TikTok. AI generated content. On TikTok, we require people to disclose realistic AI-generated content so that they can express their creativity while providing context for their viewers. If you see undisclosed realistic AI-generated content, please report it. What is the creator labeled as AI-generated label? This label appears on content that a creator indicates was completely AI-generated or significantly edited with AI. What is the AI-generated label, which is the one that was on Mikayla's? TikTok may automatically apply the AI-generated label to content that we identify as completely generated or significantly edited with AI. This may happen when a user uses TikTok AI effects or uploads AI-generated content that was made on certain platforms. Now, in TikTok's newsroom, they actually linked an article that is all about automatic AI labeling and is just like a good source for that. So let's go over that. Investing in transparency as AI evolves. AI enables incredible creative opportunities, but can confuse or mislead viewers if they don't know that the content is AI generated. Labeling helps make that context clear, which is why we label AI generated content made with TikTok AI effects and have required creators to label realistic AI generated content for over a year. We also built a first of its kind tool to make this easy to do, which over 37 million creators have used since last fall. With TikTok's vast community of creators and users globally, we are thrilled to welcome them both to the C2PA and CAI as they embark on the journey to provide more transparency and authenticity on the platform. At a time when any digital content can be altered, it is essential to provide ways for the public to discern what is true. Today's announcement is a critical step towards achieving that outcome. And that is the General Counsel and Chief Trust Officer from Adobe. Now I've looked and it appears that Mikayla's content hasn't been labeled with the AI generated label from TikTok since the 3rd of August, the first time it showed up. So I don't know if that was just like a slip, like on her part or on their part, but she is still filtering everything. And as always, I say this in all of my Mikayla videos that if she isn't selling anything, I don't care if she filters herself. Go for it. It just makes you look stupid when you are at in-person events, okay? When Getty Images comes out of you and people are like, who is that? But the thing is that per usual, as always, that what I always say is that it is very misleading to her audience and just consumers in general, because you're promoting something, you're showing how it works, you're showing how it fits, you're showing how it applies on the skin, but yet your skin is super filtered. So therefore, how the product performs is going to be super filtered. And yes, certain marketing campaigns will Photoshop here and there, but when it comes to makeup and skincare and things that she's selling and promoting and partnered with or doing undisclosed ads for, it's unethical both ways. You know, you can't use this argument of, well, magazines do it. And it's like, okay, Deborah, that's also wrong. You shouldn't do that either. Or like, oh, well, food commercials do it. You also shouldn't do that. Like false advertising is false advertising is false advertising. You shouldn't do that. It encourages people to waste their money when that's not actually, like, you're lying to your customer. That's not okay, or the consumer. And ultimately, that's what Mikayla's doing by editing and filtering her body so much. For instance, here's a great example that you might not even see or might not even realize that it's filtered, but when she's applying this makeup, her filter is glitching. And someone in the comments said, help me understand. She uses a filter on her face for the makeup she's supposed to be applying. Isn't this cheating? And someone said, yes. See the white lines popping up as she's applying makeup? That's the filter glitching. You don't clean off makeup by applying it unless you're using the of makeup with fallout and brushes made of cat hair. So I don't necessarily think that she is like using the filter to apply makeup. That's not what it is. It's the making her head look like shaped like Megamind, which I don't know why she does that, or making her face like more slender and her skin more smooth, or, you know, making her eyes bigger, because in a lot of these videos, she makes her eyes like so much bigger and it's wild. And then you see that video from her wedding and you're like, oh, who's that? So y'all might not be able to catch this, but you can see like the blur of the filter, or what I think is the filter, on her lower legs when she backs up. And that's annoying, obviously, because it's like, girl, you look great. Like, we've seen you unfiltered. You look great. You look normal. And like, realistically, that's how your I was about to say your channel, your TikTok account grew. That's how you became famous, is because it's like the everyday woman. You look like a lot of people, right? Like, they can relate to you. It's just disappointing and sad, frankly, but also like, she knows she's doing it and then she lies about it too. It's crazy. So for instance, look at her in this picture from July. She looks amazing. She's in this red dress. She looks stunning, as she would say. I feel like that's one of the reasons why I get so pissed at her. You don't need to filter yourself, girl. And I don't know if it's that's what I would assume. I don't want to assume that though, that it's because of like body dysmorphia, and like when you are someone who has like yo-yoed with your weight, and she has said that she's done that before. She said that she has binge eating disorder. She said that, you know, she struggled with other eating disorders, I think. Not too sure, but I know that she has said that before. And so like, I as well, my weight has yo-yoed so much. I get it. And like, you feel like you're trapped in a body that isn't yours. And then like, you get like lost with filtering, and it's messy. But Mikayla, you're never going to see this, but as one of your biggest critics, girl, you look amazing. I'm going to need you to stop filtering yourself into literally a different person, because the person who you are, I wish you would disclose your sponsorships and stop doing that illegally, but the person that you are is beautiful. So stop. So pisses me off. It's so annoying. So right here we have some screenshots of, you know, what she actually looked like before the VMAs. And then from her Instagram, you can clearly tell that she has slimmed her face and slimmed her body. And it's like kind of like she'll like smush herself or like elongate herself. But in these Getty images, like from the VMAs, she looks amazing. So that pisses me off. But also, I know a lot of people have said like, oh, well, she's like not that small, but she has lost a good amount of weight. I don't know if she's doing it with, you know, tirzepatide or with Ozempic or anything like that. Also, I don't care. That's none of my business. As long as she's not like actually doing that and then like selling some other way. But if she is, I mean, maybe she's doing it right and like actually eating enough and getting enough protein and stuff. So I don't know. That's none of my business. But yeah. I don't know, man. It's frustrating that she does that. I think she looks great. And girlfriend, if you stop filtering yourself, I don't know, maybe the body dysmorphia would be less intense. She looks fierce in that dress though. She looks amazing. That's great for her. But like, I don't know, man, she looks really good in red. That red dress was so pretty. So again, frustrating. I hate it. And I personally am of the opinion that the AI generated thing on TikTok, that label was put on there because like maybe she filtered it too much, or maybe she like ran it through twice or something. I don't know. This is a fact. It's just speculation. But I think that it was done differently to where TikTok's computers caught onto it or like flagged it or something. I don't know. But I've always thought that with filters, she uses some type of like AI generated thing that she runs it through. And a lot of people are like, oh, it's Face App. Oh, it's Facetune. Oh, it's Snow. And it's like, I've tested all of them on video to try to figure out which one she's using. And none of them like work as good as like what she's got going on. Good. Obviously it's not good. Don't do that. But you know, anyways, that sucks. Mikayla, hate that for you. Stop doing it. You looked amazing at the VMAs and those Getty images. I don't know what the fuck you're doing. Even because some people are like, oh, Getty images are edited. And it's like, yeah, I mean, if like the lighting is weird or there's like a pimple or something, like as a photographer, like, yes, you want it to be a great picture so it, you know, can make you money. So then, you know, maybe editing it like a little bit here or there, or like a wrinkle or something like on a dress. I don't know, but I've never heard of any like professional photographer who's doing like this type of stuff, editing someone's body like that without their permission. Like that could get them in a lot of trouble. Like that's not good. Also though, she looks the same in these pictures as she does in these pictures from other people that were there. Like she looks like such a cute little nugget. It's so frustrating. I hate it. I hate it so much. Anyways, that's it for this video. I know it was shorter. I'm sorry, but I just needed to talk about it because I was like, who is that? That's not you. And also like, it's really frustrating because you look freaking amazing on this red carpet. Like, what are you doing? So Mikayla, cut it out or I'm coming for you. For legal purposes, that's a joke. If you are subscribed, your butt looks so good. You're amazing. I appreciate you. Thank you for being here. If you're not subscribed, not only are you dead to me, but any AI that you use is going to turn against you and make your life hell. I know that's spooky. That's scary, but that won't happen to you if you're subscribed to my YouTube channel. And that's a fact. So subscribe, comment, all of those things. And if you have anyone or any situation or anything like that that you want me to make a video on, leave those suggestions in the comments below. Or you can always email me at chelsea@chelseasuarez.com and you can email me your topic suggestions. Just make sure that you put in the subject line topic suggestion and then obviously like have like some links or like a paragraph of like what this person did or who they are, what's going on, so that, you know, I'm enticed. Entice me, girl. Okay, that's it. I'll see you later. Stay spicy, stay assertive, all those things. Goodbye.